Hey everybody, Mike Burkholder, Contra Costa Today. This is the second episode with Dr. Kristen Mattingly of Oakley Chiropractic. And for those that don't know you, give a quick little background about yourself.
Okay, my name is Dr. Kristen Mattingly. I grew up here in Antioch. I am currently the doctor at Oakley Chiropractic. I went to UC Davis and graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Neurobiology, and then I went to Life Chiropractic College West in Hayward. And I started my career in Oakland, moved to Walnut Creek and Vallejo, and now I've been here in Oakley for almost 8 years.
And where are you guys located?
We are located on Main Street, right across from what used to be the Tower Mart and is now the Chevron, with the cross street of O'Hara.
Just wanted to get that in for you.
Thank you.
So what made you go into chiropractic?
I originally wanted to be a medical doctor.
Okay.
I looked into being an obstetrician and saw the amount of schooling and the different things, and I knew I myself wanted to have a family and wanted to have time to be able to spend with them.
Cool. And then one of the things that interests me about you is all the work you've done in the community with the Oakley Chamber and trying to give back. What made you want to even start getting involved in a chamber, and how important is that?
I think it's very important, especially as a business person. I think that getting your name out there and having the public be able to see you is important, and it's part of the business so people know who you are. Doing and giving back to the community is also a big part of what we do as chiropractors. To give, love, and serve is part of our motto. Being part of the chamber and bringing something new to something that's been there for a long time, I thought was very important.
And one of the things I think that people don't know that you do every couple of years is you did the veterans, Delta Veterans Group Stand Down.
Yes. A few chiropractors in the area, Dr. Brandon Roberts and a few other that I work with, we do go to stand down the Delta and volunteer our time for the veterans of the area. It's a very important part, and they were so generous and thankful for what we did. It was very good. It was a wonderful event.
And what was kind of the reaction, after the event? Because you've helped so many people that are veterans in need. Did that kind of hit you after the fact?
It did. So many people were just so grateful to even just be talked to and touched, and the amount of relief they said they got from just one adjustment was huge to me. It really, really made me think about what I did and how much I could help, even if it was just a one-time seeing the person. And
what I want to move on to next is food and wine. You've launched a page recently, East County Restaurant Review.
Yes.
How'd that even come up?
So my best friend and I are foodies and critics, and my husband always calls me the biggest critic. We like to dine out, especially at local restaurants, so my friend Michelle and I decided we should start a review page so that when people do go to local restaurants, they could share their experience, so that either restaurants get the kudos for what they're doing or realize what they need to do to get better. It's not a bashing page. It's just a page for information. If somebody's looking to have an event, if somebody wants Chinese food one night, they can throw it out there and get what people have around the area that their experience is.
And so this is just a Facebook page. There's no website, no video, just Facebook?
Just a Facebook page. Very simple. Everybody can go on and read it, or they can post their reviews to the Facebook page or their pictures, which is also nice.
And how many followers now on that?
We're over 500 followers right now, and gaining each time. People seem to add their friends as they catch wind of it.
So from another standpoint, managing that kind of a page where people could put out negative reviews, how hard is that for you if it's just managing some of the negativity?
So far, it's actually been pretty good. People have put constructive criticism rather than too much of, like I said, the bashing. We haven't had to do too much damage control, but in our description does say that it's here for helpful reviews and not necessarily the brutal ones.
And so, what's some of the feedback from the restaurants?
I've had a few restaurants that were actually happy that we did a review on them. Some new ones, like Wentz House that's just opening, we did have a review on that. Some of the smaller places like Hazel's that have been there forever but don't get the things that they need out, I think it's a really good thing. So I haven't had any restaurants be negative about it.
So what are some of your favorites in East County? Just to plug a couple.
Wow. I do love Salvatore's, which is now Benvenuti. It's in Walnut Creek. It is one of my all-time favorites. Zephyr here in Brentwood is wonderful, and Scotty's Shutters Brasserie is wonderful also, with great organic stuff, fresh from around here. I like the mom and pop ones. There's a lot of great restaurants we have, but I really like the ones that are small and take the personal touch.
So is there any very new businesses that maybe a lot of people don't know about that they should try? Not to put you on the spot.
Not to put me on the spot. There's a lot of different sushi places that have been opening. There's one in Brentwood, Sushi One, that's
Okay.
pretty good. They are actually on restaurant.com also. There's a lot of new ones. There's a new one that's going to be opening in Oakley, so we'll
Yes.
see how that goes. But haven't heard a lot yet. But I've heard the chef is going to be amazing.
And the
So
new Humphreys building now has a new owner.
it's going to be
That's gonna be very
it's
cool.
going to be very cool. So as soon as those open, we typically try to go and dine there when we can and do some of that and get in there and see what they have to offer. I don't usually tell them that we're there to review them though.
That takes out the fun of
It's
it.
better that way.
And so, one of the other things I know you like is wine.
Yes, I'm a wine
And
drinker.
as part of the Oakley Chamber, you guys created the wine and whiskey event.
Yes, so this will be our fourth year event.
So how'd that even come up?
We were drinking wine one night
Sure.
and decided that Oakley has such great grapes and they're growing grapes for a lot of different wineries throughout California and some other places. So we decided that we should actually focus on that and get the word out there that Oakley actually grows grapes for wonderful wine.
Mm-hmm.
It started there. We started talking with Le Grand Event Center about doing this event, and at the time there was some guys from Brentwood starting a business doing alcohol,
Mm-hmm.
vodka and whiskeys, and we thought wine and whiskey would be a perfect event for Oakley with its background and its heritage.
It's not a bad combo.
It's not a bad combo. And it encompassed a lot of different age groups. We have all ages that come from, I would say, even the 80s to 21. And it's a
Yep.
great thing to get families together. It's a great thing to get a group of friends together and come out and just have a good time with the community.
And there is beer there, correct?
There is beer there. Yes, we
So
do
wine,
sell
whiskey,
beer.
plus food.
Plus food. And sometimes sangria, depending on what we
Ooh.
decide to concoct.
And you guys sell out every year for that event. Get tickets early or you're not going to get any, correct?
Correct, yeah. We're going to probably be opening the ticket sales in January this year. They typically sell out within 2 to 3 weeks. Sometimes we have some tables left. We usually cap around 200.
And it's a fun event. I mean, it's a lot of work, a lot of moving parts. The host, Le Grande, they're really good with you guys.
They're amazing. They do a great job. The venue is beautiful. We are trying to get other vendors, so if people want to come and taste their foods, other restaurants, or people selling jams, we have Macaulay Olive Oil. They come and taste their olive oils. It's about getting the local community out, and that's really what we're trying to do with this event. So people don't always get a chance to taste things at a store or somewhere else. This is a great way for them to bring their goods and be able to taste and talk to the actual community.
Yeah, and I mean, you're bringing in multiple generations to interact, which is kind of cool. You don't always see that in certain events where it's usually very cliquey, but this event, really everyone's happy. I mean, whiskey, wine, and beer.
And we try to bring a band in that's all genres. So
Yes.
the band will typically do things from rock to country. It's not necessarily a country western band, and it seems like most people love to get out there and dance floor and boogie.
And for you, one of the other things I want to touch on is Oakley as a whole. We're not a small community anymore. I mean, how vital has the chamber been to try and drive business and make things happen for local business so they stay there versus going to larger communities?
I think the chamber is really good at promoting the local business. So again, what the chamber can do for people is basically what they want to give into the chamber. I've seen a lot of people come and go through membership, but the people that really put their face out there and put their name out there, the chamber is there to help boost them up. And through people donating things for like the wine and whiskey raffle or the silent auction, they're getting their business promotion out there.
Yep.
I think that Oakley Chamber is there for the businesses, and we're there for all parts of it. We're there for the complaints, we're there for the kudos, we're there for the things that can help the businesses to grow and to stay in Oakley, because that's what we want as the chamber, is to support the local businesses and help them maintain themselves. I know for myself as a chiropractor, I've made a lot of connections through the chamber, and whether you see a direct referral or not, your name is out there, and someone may say, oh, I know Dr. Kristen through the chamber, you
Yep.
should go see her. People always get stuck on direct referrals, and I went to that mixer and that person didn't come into my office from that, but you don't know what you get
Well,
through your exposure.
Well, that's kind of what I've learned over the time is you really do get what you put in, but it's always not the direct marketing that you think you get. It really is networking over time and building those relationships. I think that's what the chamber provides. A lot of times people join a chamber expecting to get all this business. That's not how it works.
I agree.
You have to show up, and that's life in general.
Right. And it's with anything. It's with any club. It's with any type of thing that you do. I think that is one of the big misnomers, is that people want to just have people calling at their door.
Yep.
But it does take time. I've been doing it for over 8 years. I've gotten people directly from it. I've gotten some people indirectly from it. Some people that have just seen my face by doing other things. So I think it's important to put the effort out there because you don't know what you're getting specifically from what you do. And being the person that you are. I am me. I'm always me. I don't put on a show. When I go
No,
and
you
meet
don't.
people, when I go and meet people, that's who I am. But that's what they're going to get if they come into my office. They're going to get me. They're not going to get an act, and they're not going to get something fake. And I think for a lot of people, they want to put a business front out there, but you have to be who you are, and people will truly see
Yeah.
that and gravitate towards you if that's what they want.
Yeah, I mean, every business needs to have a personality, and that's what'll draw people in. You can't be like everybody else. So on that kind of note, what's been like the biggest lesson you've learned, in business over the 8 years?
I think that you can't win everything. You can't always expect that it's going to be perfect. I get a lot of patients walking through our door. Most of the time we do help them greatly. There are some that there are just things you can't do and you can't fix. Some people have a very negative outlook on things, and I think that if you go in with a negative outlook, you're going to get negative outcomes. That's one thing that as a person I have to let go because I want to help, I want to fix, I want to heal. That's my job, and I can't heal everybody, and I also can't heal people that don't want to be healed themselves. So I think that is the biggest challenge and the biggest obstacle.
But you want to win everything.
I want to win. I'm a competitor. I want to win. I like to win, but
You like smiles.
I do. I do. And I'm positive. Everybody always says, "Oh, Dr. Kristen, you're so happy, you're so positive." It is me. I live my everyday trying to be as positive as possible.
And I think people could learn from that too. I mean, you just have to change your mindset from glass. I mean, it's as simple as glass half full versus half empty.
Definitely.
I mean, it's as simple as that.
Right. And you can always change it. If it's half empty, you can fill it.
Sure. I mean, we got something in here. Maybe it's coffee, maybe it's not. We don't know. But you know what? Before we close this out, why don't you give your business another shout out? Visit her. She's awesome.
I'm in the office Monday through Friday. We do DOT DMV physicals, which is now part of the National Registry, so a lot of people don't know that we're certified to do that. Some chiropractors are not, so I did get certified by the registry. So if anyone needs a DOT physical, we do that. We do a lot of sports physicals. We do sponsor East County Little League, which is going to be starting up. So if your child needs a sports physical, we're happy to do that. We treat a lot of injuries, and we do take most insurances: Kaiser, Aetna, Blue Cross, Blue Shield, Cigna. We just got on United Healthcare. First chiropractor in 10 years to get on John Muir Network now. So, and we're actually working on getting on CCHP. So, we do take most insurances, and if you are looking or interested in chiropractic, I suggest you try it.
And you do it with a smile.
I try.
Nice. Thank you, everybody, for listening. This is Mike Burkholder with Contra Costa Today. Brand new series sharing positivity across the county. Talk to you soon. Thank you.
Have a good day.